chili.
Hi guys, and welcome to this week's video. As you know, it is February, the month of love and yada yada yada. I mean, there's a whole list of things that February is about. So in this month's installment of Bake With Me, we're going to be doing something very fun and very on brand for me. If my outfit doesn't give you a hint, then check the title. If you don't know me, let me tell you something about myself. I love late 60s to 70s fashion. The tie-dye aesthetic, the hippie, the like corduroy, I love it. It's literally my favorite thing. So, as you see, I have tie-dye overalls. They are fantastic. A lot of my clothing, as you can go check out my past previous videos, is tie-dye. I don't know why. I'm obsessed with it. The fact that it's come back into fashion, wonderful. And this week we are going to be making tie-dye cupcakes. I'm super excited because this is one of my favorite techniques when I used to bake when I was like younger. I still bake now, but I haven't done this in a while, so I'm very excited to try it out again. Okay, truth tea time. We're going to be using a box cake mix. Now listen, I think homemade vanilla cupcakes are great, and I have a recipe, and I will show you all the recipe some other time. But today, since we're focusing very much on the technique of tie-dye, why make it more stressful and do everything, you know, from scratch, which is great. Feel free to take up that challenge. But today, I'm just going to be using this super moist party rainbow chip. There's pudding in the mix. So let's go ahead and get on to the video. College apartment life. This is my beautiful kitchen, isn't it? So aesthetic with plastic wood and the weird counters. Before we get started, let me show you all the few things that you'll be needing for today's recipe. The first thing you'll be needing is the cake mix and whatever ingredients that go along with it. For me, it's water, vegetable oil, and eggs. But for you, it might be slightly different depending on what you use. I'm choosing this because it's a lighter color cake and I can dye it pretty easily. Second thing you'll be needing is cute cupcake liners. I mean, I chose these from Target because Target is my life. If you haven't seen the Target vlog, go check it out. But I chose these. Feel free to use any type that you have laying around, but I chose these because it's Valentine's Day. The main thing you'll be needing to make these tie-dye cupcakes is food dye. I have chosen all variations of pink and purple, and I even have some red in here too. But feel free to do like rainbow tie-dye, blue tie-dye, you can mix it up. But since it's Valentine's month, I chose pink, purple, and red. Another thing you'll be needing is piping bags. You can totally use a plastic Ziploc bag, but I think piping bags is the way to go because it's just a lot easier. The next thing you'll be needing is frosting. I chose the white Pillsbury frosting because it's going to be simple to dye. The color's going to be bright and show up well, so that's why I chose this. But feel free to choose whatever frosting you'd like as long as it's a lighter color. And last but not least, something to decorate your cupcakes with besides already the stuff. Now this is totally optional, but I got these cute little cake sparkles because I think they're adorable and I think they're going to look pretty. So I got these, but feel free to do whatever you'd like. So now let's start baking. The first thing I suggest doing is preheating your oven. I literally always forget about it until I already pour the batter into the cupcake tins, and then I have to wait an extra like 10 minutes for the oven to heat up. So go ahead and do that now so you're not ADD like me. All right, I got my bowl. I'm ready to go. Bowl, like bowling. How do you think they came up with the term like bowling? Do you think they like threw a bowl down? Or like, I don't know. Anyway, we are going to open up the cake mix. These scissors, crap. Okay, this is impossible. Oh, we got plastic in there. Fun. Okay, fun time. 1 cup of water. Half a cup of vegetable oil. Oh, that made a really weird noise. Okay. Who remembers the Tootsie Roll commercial where it's like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And it's like, a 1, a 2, a 3. That's exactly what I'm thinking when I'm about to crack these eggs. So watch this. 1, 2, a 3. This looks like if a unicorn threw up. Yummy, yummy. That like failed. Now once you have your cake batter prepared, this is where the fun part comes in. What I like to do is grab disposable bowls just because it makes my cleanup life very easy and I don't like doing dishes, so period. I want to be in Animal Crossing all the time and go fishing. So depending on how many colors you're doing the tie-dye cupcake with, whether it's the whole rainbow or for me it's just about 3 to 4 different colors today, you're going to divide your batter into that many sections evenly, and then I'll show you what the next step is. So I chose red, electric purple, violet, and deep pink for my colors of today. This is gonna go wrong. I really feel like it is. I'm contemplating. Should I just... Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so far so good. Fun. This is so fun. Ooh, I'm gonna drop it. Zoink scoop. Just gonna put it in there. It's fine. Now it's time to dye the cakes. That is not what I want. YouTube fail. Alright, so I got a different varying shades of pink and purple, and listen, you gotta work with what you got. Those didn't really work out that well, so I had to mix a few colors of my own, but I think it will turn out good. Next step. Okay, I know you thought last part was messy, but it's about to get messier, and I sort of kind of half apologize. Hi, Benny. So, you're going to grab your piping bags, and again, you can use Ziploc bags, and you are going to take each of the colors and insert them in their own piping bag. Life hack, if you haven't been on Pinterest in the last 10 years, insert your piping bag over a cup, and it makes your life 10 times easier. Now, here's what I'm going to do next. Again, if you want to go the easy way, all you have to do is just take those bowls full of batter and just use a spoon and scoop them like one at a time to make different colors into your cupcake tins. If you want a little more precise way, or just complicated because you're feeling up for a challenge, you can do this trick. So I have this big Ziploc baggie. You can also, if you have the time and energy, or you just have it on hand, you can get a huge piping bag. But for right now, I just have this big Ziploc baggie. And you are going to take it, and you are going to take all 4 of your batters, and then I think the best thing to do is tie them all together, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. It's a DIY kitchen here. I'm grabbing a clear hair elastic and just making sure that they're all tight and together at the top, so they don't like squeeze out or make a disaster inside the bag, which is totally possible, and I might be eating my words with this. Okay, I got all 4 together, and what you're gonna do is you're going to insert it in the bag, okay? And then from there, you're going to see that I'm going to clip all of them. And I would suggest having your thing ready, because it's not like frosting where it can stay there until it's going to drizzle out. So let's go ahead and get our pan prepared. Now that we have our cupcake tin prepared, now it's for the extremely make it or break it, or it could be messy part. So let's see how this goes. What we're actually gonna do is we're gonna actually snip, 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 snip. 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 Yeah, baby. Cupcake time. Snip. Oh, shit. That might happen, and that's okay. Grace is gonna make a mess anyway. Download on iTunes. Oh, shit. Did it. We did it. Amigos, we did it. Okay. Time to squeeze. See if this works. And not get little pieces of stuff in here. Oh no. You know what might do is just skip that and do this. Oh, this is way more complicated than it needs to be. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I'm getting it everywhere. Okay, how are we? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be smarter about this. We're gonna just put 2 in each hand, and then we'll do. Okay, you know what? This is gonna be better. You know, forget everything I said. I see. Baking is all about trial and error. Okay, let's just. You know, I wish y'all could see how dirty this kitchen is. My roommates are gonna love me. You know, love is messy. Self-love is messy. Baking is messy. Okay, so it's spilling out the top. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I'm a smart person. I'm gonna squeeze it into the cupcake tin. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I got a mess everywhere, but I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Smart. So this is what we're looking at right now. I mean, like, to be honest, it looks really pretty. It's just a little bit of a mess in here, but that's fine. Look at them, like, distracted by the pretty. So those will be nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick them in the oven. In they go. Wish them luck. And I forgot how long to put them in for. And I threw the box away. I'm pretty sure cupcakes are usually 20 to 25 minutes depending on the cupcake, but make sure you set a timer. JK, I'm a baker fraud. It's 12 to 17 minutes. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave this mess for you guys to clean, so go ahead and clean that. I'm just gonna leave it here. So thank you guys. I feel like it's only fair if I bake y'all cupcakes for content and deliciousness. I'm not y'all clean, so thank you. Okay, while the cupcakes are baking, we're gonna work on the frosting. Now listen. Also, if there's any bit of cake batter on me, ignore it. You saw nothing. But we're gonna work on the frosting. Now the frosting is the same process. Again, use whatever colors you would like. If you did rainbow, you can do rainbow, or if you did 3 specific colors, match the ones. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my food day. I definitely need to get new ones. They're a little old, so I probably will do that some other time. But today we're gonna work with what we have. So I'm gonna show you my technique to make tie-dye food coloring. Now for the frosting, you can do the exact same thing we did with the batter, which is put them in separate bowls, dye them different colors, and then put them all in one bag, and then that works. So what I'm gonna do is this really fun method that I learned probably like 2012 when I was obsessed with like Rosanna Pansino. I mean, she's still a queen, but you know, all those bakers. So I learned this somewhere, either on Pinterest, I don't know, but I'm gonna teach it to y'all. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your piping bag, grab the cup as a method as well.
Hi, welcome to Chili.
Okay, you can totally do the method we did earlier in the cup. That's totally fine. I feel like for me today, I'm going to just use my hand because I think that's easier. But it's the same thing with just using it. I just need to be able to get down to the bottom. So, you got this. So the easiest way to do this without getting dye on yourself is probably getting a plate. So what I recommend is taking your food coloring, specifically gel if you can, because that usually works best. Putting it on your plate, just like that. And then you're going to take a toothpick and roll it in there. So it kind of gets about halfway up the toothpick. So you see here, there's like the dye all the way up, and that is red dye. So now what we're going to do, so now once you got your toothpick half coated, you're going to reach down inside without touching the bottom if you can, and then go up the side wiping the dye. Again, they're like, plastic bags work a little less better than like those like cloth bags, but it'll still do the job. And I go back about a few times. Again, you might get dye on yourself. It's not easy. And then I'm just gonna kind of stripe a few of the sides. As you see, it's not like super thick, it's just really thin, but you'll see what it does. So it's time for the weekly mental health check-in. So you can go ahead and leave your answers in the comments below. I love talking about our mental health and how we're doing. I love checking in on you, and you guys check in on me, so it's totally great. Since it's Valentine's Day, we are going to talk about love. First question is, name someone you love. The first person that pops into your brain, who is it? Second question, name something you love about yourself. Whether it is your personality, your eyes, the way you style your clothes, whatever it is, name one thing. Trust me, there's a lot to choose from. And the third thing is, do you know that you are so loved? Now that's all for the weekly mental health check-in. Back to the video. That is the timer, so let's check the cupcake. That is the timer, so let's check the cupcakes. Okay, here are the cupcakes. Oh, they look so weird. They look done, but let's check them with a toothpick. Okay, they definitely aren't done just yet. I'm gonna put them in for, I'm gonna say, hey Siri, set timer for like 3 minutes. Okay, she did it. As you see, the cupcakes are out and done. And you can tell, like, they definitely have that tie-dye effect. There's a little discoloration at the top, but that's just from browning. Trust me, when you bite into it or cut it open, it'll look like that tie-dye masterpiece, and I'm very, very excited. The most important thing, let them cool. The biggest problem I've always had with baking is I'm not an impatient person, but when I see delicious cupcakes in front of me, I want to make them look prettier and put frosting on them. You have to let them cool completely. Otherwise, the icing's just going to melt off. So we're going to let them cool completely, and then we'll finish with the frosting. Let's go check on Benny. Hi, Benny. Hi. How are you? Oh, so sweet. Oh, don't show my toes. That's for OnlyFans. Just kidding, I don't have one. Hi. How are you? You good? Okay. So while the cupcakes are cooling, I'm going to prepare the frosting. So once you have your different food dyes and your piping bag, again, doesn't have to look perfect because you'll see how cool it'll look. Because it's tie-dye, you know? Tie-dye is all about mistakes. I mean, look at this. Look how cute. Also, I have my shirt that says "Be kind" on it with a little heart. I thought that was apropos for Valentine's Day. Is apropos the right word? Trey, what's the definition of apropos? Did I use it correctly? So, you have this. What we're going to do is now open up the frosting. Delicious. And you're going to grab a spatula. If you have an offset spatula, it's very good. So now we're going to take the frosting and put it in there. Try to pack it in there as much as you can. Okay, let's see if this looks cool. Alright. Okay, this actually might have worked. I've done this before, I promise. Okay, I definitely overfilled the bag, which is totally fine. This is what we're looking at right now, and it looks super cool. So as you see, it definitely has that tie-dye effect that I was looking for. Obviously, the majority of it is going to be white, and that's totally fine. I think that'll look really good with the all-colored cupcakes. Again, definitely fill it up less, but I wanted to just all fill it up and wanted to make it easier for me, but it's something gonna get messy because I can't really twist it that well without some coming out the top. I'm actually gonna stick this in the fridge just so it stays cool and doesn't get hot because it's kind of hot in here. And then when the cupcakes are completely cool, I will cut this and I'll show you what to do next. Alright, so the cupcakes are thoroughly cooled and now we're gonna frost them. Alright, so it's time to frost the cupcakes. As you see, we got our piping bag. We're going to snip this off. Now, I forgot to add a piping tip, but that's okay because this will work too. I did it pretty big so I can make a pretty thick icing, but here goes nothing. There we go. Very red at start, but that's the point. These are all going to look very different as time goes on. Again, very red. Still very red, but that's okay. But there you go. We have some nice tie-dye cupcakes. Oh shoot, I almost forgot the sprinkles. Let's go ahead and sprinkle them. Alright, the cupcakes are now baked, frosted, and sprinkled. So now it's time to try them and show y'all what the inside looks like. I have no idea. Let's hope it looks good. Again, these have a lot of frosting on them, and that's usually happens when you use a piping bag. Ooh. We got a nice tie-dye going on in there. Focus. You can see right there, you can see the sprinkles, but it's okay. It still tastes good if it doesn't look perfect. But I think they look really great. I love the way that they turned out. Obviously, they taste good because, you know, Betty Crocker knows her shit. But I'm so glad you got to join me today. Let me know if you try making these yourselves or a version of them. I really enjoyed this, and I can't wait for next week's video. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Go ahead and eat a cupcake today or make yourself one because, you know, it's the Valentine's Day. Love yourself, including loving yourself with a cupcake. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because I can't wait for y'all to see what I have in store for the next few weeks. Please leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions on videos I should make, or just tell me how you're doing. And remember, you are learning and you are growing. Bye!